My story begins when I was a young girl.
I was alone in the world.
I'm Elisa from Game Surf, an Italian web magazine. And as a first question, I'd like to ask you how you entered in this project, the Serpent Queen, and what was your first impression of your character?
Had a self-tape, an audition online, a self-tape originally in the January. And then I sent those off and I didn't hear anything for about 2 months. And then I got a call saying, can you do a Zoom meeting with the director, the showrunner, the producer for this show called The Serpent Queen? And it was very shocking and out of the blue. And I had this lovely, wonderful meeting for 40 minutes. And the next day I was told I had the part. So it was a big surprise. And I mean, I remember reading it originally and just getting so excited because I thought, wow, whoever gets to play that, I mean, I want to play that, but it's a very exciting, wonderful gift of a character. The director dresses to the camera is so different, especially for a period drama. And it just felt like a really contemporary piece. And the way they even shot it on set was very contemporary. And Catherine was such a rebellious, very, very smart, dark horse. Not many people expected much from her, and she proved them wrong. And so it was a real pleasure to play.
What do you think about her? Because from the start, she's in a very difficult situation, but she's a little bit minger, if we can say that. Do you consider her a good person, a bad person?
She's notoriously known in history as quite an evil queen. She inspired the evil queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, apparently, which was like really, whoa, that was cool, interesting. So before I read it, I guess when I got the character breakdown and even reading it, you sort of think, right, how do we play her? How do we play her evil? And she's just so much more than that. She's a three-dimensional person. She does some, maybe evil or brutal, ruthless actions. But actually, you've got to remember it's coming from a place of sheer desperation and survival. She came from an orphanage, and from the moment she was born, she has been told that she's not good enough, that she's gonna get beaten up, she's gonna die if she doesn't do this. And so I don't think she's a bad person at all. I think she's a really wonderful, very, very smart, witty and quietly calculating person who completely outwitted major players in the French court to ensure her survival and her safety. And I think anyone who can do that, big respect. So I think she's multi-dimensional, good, but yes, can be quite petty maybe sometimes.
If you don't teach your enemies a lesson, then they'll never learn.
What about working with Just Dance? We saw you as a niece, a witty niece of a very peculiar pope, if we can say that. He has a lot of experience as a period drama actor. What was the relationship between you two and these strange characters working our relationship together?
I think everyone was such a huge fan of Charles Dance before he came on, and so we got to film in the Papal Palace in Italy.
Really? In the setting? Whoa.
Yeah, it was. I think we were the first people to ever have done that, and it was
wow.
Really, really incredible. And so it was me, Charles Dance, Sebastio, Adam Garcia, and it was he is just really lovely man, and takes no prisoners, and I mean that in a nice way. Like he does what he does so well, and he just gets on with it, and he was just really lovely. And it's so different to the relationship that Catherine and the Pope have in the show. So I guess it was really fun to be able to play completely different relationship on screen to what it is in real life.
You have a serpent in your midst.
Feels good to be bad.